25 December 2025. The world is witnessing a dangerous pattern unfold in real time. From North America to Europe, extreme weather is no longer isolated. It is connected, escalating, and relentless. What is happening today in California and France is not coincidence. It is a global warning. In California, the crisis has intensified beyond expectations. Powerful storms driven by atmospheric rivers have slammed into the state with extraordinary force. Torrential rain has fallen on already saturated ground, overwhelming drainage systems, swelling rivers, and triggering destructive flash floods. Streets have turned into raging waterways, highways are submerged, entire neighborhoods are cut off. In low-lying and wildfire-scarred regions, the danger multiplies. Burn scars from past wildfires can no longer absorb water. Hillsides collapse without warning. Mudslides rush downhill like liquid concrete, smashing through homes, trapping vehicles, and burying everything in their path. Residents have been forced to evacuate in the middle of the night, some with only seconds to escape. Emergency alerts echo across cities and counties. Rescue teams navigate flooded streets in boats. Helicopters hover above submerged neighborhoods searching for survivors. Shelters are filling rapidly as thousands flee rising waters. Power outages spread, communication lines fail, and emergency services are stretched thin. California, one of the world's most developed regions, is struggling to cope with nature's force across the Atlantic. France is facing its own unfolding disaster. Unrelenting rainfall has battered southern and central regions, pushing rivers beyond their limits. Water levels rise hour by hour. Towns that once felt secure now stand vulnerable as floodwaters spill into streets, homes, and businesses. In parts of southern France, rivers burst their banks, flooding entire districts. Roads disappear underwater. Vehicles are abandoned mid-street. Homes are inundated, leaving families stranded inside or forced to flee to higher ground. Emergency responders rush to evacuate residents from flood-prone areas as warnings intensify. Train services are suspended. Major roads are closed. Schools and public buildings shut down as authorities attempt to reduce risk. Temporary shelters open to house displaced families, many arriving soaked, exhausted, and frightened. In mountainous regions, the threat goes beyond floods. Heavy rainfall has destabilized slopes, increasing the risk of landslides. Soil weakened by continuous rain begins to shift. Rocks loosen. Entire hillsides show signs of collapse. Residents living below these slopes are warned to evacuate immediately. France, like California, is confronting the reality that infrastructure built for past climates is no longer enough. These disasters are happening at the same time, on different continents, under similar conditions. That is the message the world cannot ignore.
Ah bah oui, mais c'est pas ça, c'est que...
California, emergency officials warn that further rain could trigger additional flooding and landslides. In France, meteorological agencies issue red alerts, urging vigilance as storms persist. The human cost continues to rise. Families lose homes built over generations. Businesses are destroyed in hours, crops are ruined. Roads, bridges, and utilities suffer extensive damage. The economic impact runs into billions, but the emotional toll is immeasurable. Children watch their neighborhoods disappear underwater. Elderly residents are evacuated from homes they never imagined leaving. Communities are fractured, uncertain of what remains once the water recedes. Rescue teams in both regions work around the clock. In California, first responders battle strong currents and unstable terrain to reach trapped residents. In France, emergency crews deploy boats, pumps, and heavy equipment to evacuate flooded areas and reinforce weakened riverbanks. Volunteers step forward everywhere. Neighbors help neighbors. Strangers offer shelter. Local communities rally together, proving that humanity persists even as nature overwhelms. Yet even unity cannot stop the storms. Meteorologists point to a broader pattern. Warmer air holds more moisture. Storm systems grow stronger. Rain falls harder and longer. Events once considered rare now occur repeatedly with increasing intensity. The line between extreme and normal weather is disappearing. What California and France are experiencing today reflects a global reality. Similar disasters are unfolding across Asia, Africa, and South America. Floods, landslides, storms, and heat waves are becoming more frequent, more destructive, and more deadly. This is not a future scenario. This is now. Authorities in both California and France urge residents to remain alert, follow evacuation orders, and avoid flooded or unstable areas. Even after rainfall slows, danger remains. Saturated ground can fail suddenly. Rivers can rise again without warning. Recovery will take months. In some places, years. Debris must be cleared. Infrastructure rebuilt. Lives pieced back together. Psychological scars addressed long after headlines fade. But the storms leave behind more than damage. They leave questions. How many more warnings will be ignored? How many more disasters must unfold simultaneously across the globe before action matches reality? For now, emergency crews continue their work. In California, helicopters still scan flooded neighborhoods. In France, rescue boats still glide through submerged streets. Shelters remain full. Weather alerts remain active. As of 25 December 2025, the crisis is ongoing. Rain continues to fall. Rivers remain high. Hillsides remain unstable. The world watches, but those living through it are not watching history. They are surviving it. This is global chaos, not because nature is changing overnight, but because its warnings have been accumulating for years. California and France stand as mirrors of the same threat. Different continents, same storm, same consequences. And the danger is far from over.